Today, let's take a look at the Philodendron Silver Sword, or Philodendron Hastatum. It's a very beautiful plant that has silvery green leaves that are sword-like shaped, hence the name, Silver Sword. Its origin is from Central and South America and lives in the rainforest in southeast Brazil. This plant is a climber. Its stems will produce trailing vines that will attach to trees or along the ground, and the leaves can get up to 12 inches long. These are very huge on this plant that I scored. As with most philodendrons, it's very low maintenance. It's an air purifying plant, makes it a bonus for any home, office, and let's get into how to care for it. The top needs are going to be for light, bright indirect light, never direct sun, and you'll want well-draining soil, a chunky tropical mix, lots of perlite, water only when the top several inches are dry, temperature, normal household 65 to 80 degrees. They can do okay and a little bit cooler, but high humidity, if you get above 80 degrees, you might need a humidifier in your home. Fertilize during the growing spring and summer months, once a month. And to propagate, you cut between the nodes where you can see the new sections growing, and you can place it in water until you see roots. Might take several weeks. Other methods could be in perlite or in sphagnum moss that you keep damp. There's multiple ways. This plant is very mature with large leaves. It's going to eventually need to be put on a moss pole as it begins to get top heavy. You're cutting between the nodes here, which I will probably do in a future video. Like and subscribe to see about that. It's definitely a good candidate for propping this between the nodes, cutting. And since we have so much new growth, you only want to upsize the pot when it gets root bound. The roots are getting tight in there, or you see growth stopping. There's another new leaf. Really makes me happy. I did kill one of these Philodendron Silver Swords before by overwatering. So on caution, always underwater versus overwater. But be careful, keep this out of the reach of children and pets because it is toxic. It's such a beautiful plant though. The leaves are just stunning. You're going to want to make sure you keep them dust free, dusting with just a wet cloth, misting or rinsing off. Usually every few months I'll take my plants outside and just hose them off like natural rain. That really seems to be a good way to clean them. To get pest prevention, I use systemic in the soil, and that pretty much takes care of it. Most philodendrons are pretty hardy because of their thicker leaves and stems. And they do have these aerial roots that will come out. That's for latching onto trees or moss poles. So it's looking for something to grab onto. Do you have this Philodendron Silver Sword? If so, how big have your leaves gotten? Is it your favorite philodendron? At the moment, it's my favorite. And depending how you want it to fill out, if you want it to be full all around, don't forget to rotate it. Otherwise, the leaves are just going to grow towards the light source, if that's what you want it to just be on one side versus full all around. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day.